Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Allegheny and Monongahela rivers form the Ohio River. And tonight, the Mariners meet the Pittsburgh Pirates here at PNC Park. It'll be the second series this season, and a lot of Mariner fans on hand. Many have come down from Cooperstown after honoring Ken Griffey Jr.'s entrance into Cooperstown in the Baseball Hall of Fame. We welcome to Mariner Baseball, everybody. Dave Sims, along with Mike Blowers and a Root Sports crew. We had bright sunshine and big temperatures. It's cloudy now. A little bit more comfortable here at PNC Park as we come to you from way upstairs here in this ballpark, 180 feet above home plate, one of the highest locations in all of baseball, second only to Washington. Michael, this should be interesting tonight. We get to see Felix Hernandez for the second time. There's our 180-foot look down at home plate. We get to see Felix Hernandez in his second start.
Yeah.
Since coming off the DL. This should be fun.
I think so. And again, I thought he threw the ball pretty well in his first outing. Obviously, you look at the numbers, it's not a typical Felix type of start, but you have to get that first one out of the way. And for me, I think he'll be much better. And typically, Felix, we showed you the numbers pitching against the Pirates and in interleague play, and what he's done, he's been dominant.
Good look at the Mariner dugout as they get ready for action, and here's a look at the Mariner batting order that will face Francisco Liriano.
And Sean O'Malley going to lead things up, and you can see why on the road trip, hitting an even 400, so he will be in the leadoff spot. Nelson Cruz 3 for 7 with a home run against Liriano. Mike Zunino back in the lineup. He will hit 7th, 250 batting average, 3 home runs so far for Zunino. And Felix, yes, he will bat 9th here in a National League ballpark. For Liriano on the year, 6-9 record, ERA just under 5, so a high ERA for him, but he's pitched much better than that over his last 4 starts. Has a pretty good fastball, 92, 93 miles an hour, a changeup and a slider. And a look at the defense for the Pirates. Andrew McCutchen, Gold Glove winner in 2012. He'll be in center field. Jody Mercer, fine shortstop, just 5 errors on the year for Mercer. John Jaso, the former Mariner and the former catcher, now a first baseman for these Pirates, Francisco Cervelli. Off the DL about a week ago, he will do the catching this evening. Liriano Thursday against the Brewers, 6 2/3, only 4 hits, a couple of earned runs, and that when he had 13 strikeouts, he threw 103 pitches.
Where we have the first pitch, take a look at the Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. The Rangers that lead at once back around 11 games, down to 3.5. Adrian Beltre, game winner last night in the 9th. Astros, Mariners giving chase. This has a chance to be a very interesting situation as we move down the stretch, with tomorrow being game number 100. Felix, for this year, the new haircut. And he looks composed and ready to go. Both of these teams have picked up a lot of ground in their standings. Mariners coming off, taking 2 out of 3 in Toronto. Pirates took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies. And here's Sean O'Malley. He's going to lead things off for the Mariners. Ketel Marte still trying to recover from mononucleosis.
He's down about 8 pounds now.
That's not good. Clint Hurdle done a wonderful job bringing this Pittsburgh Pirate organization back to relevance after about a 23-year break from the playoffs. Sean O'Malley leading off for the 3rd time this season. First pitch, push bunt. See if he can make it happen. Liriano makes the play. Just nips into Jaso.
Liriano, a good athlete, able to get off the mound in pretty good shape. You can see Sean pushing it. Typically, left-handers are going to fall off towards the third base side, but he barehands it and able to get him by a step.
Here's Franklin Gutierrez. Nice to see Goody back in the lineup. His 19th time batting in a 2-hole. Got 4 hits, including a home run against Liriano.
Gutierrez missed a start in Toronto because of some neck issues he was having.
Liriano's been with Minnesota from 2005 to 2012, part of the 12th season with the White Sox. Came over here in 2013. Degrees here in Pittsburgh. Home plate umpire tonight, David Rackley. Alfonso Marquez at first, Larry Vanover at second, and Nick Lentz at third.
That last pitch, a pretty good changeup from Liriano at the bottom of the strike zone, did not get the call.
Pitch outside. Shift on for Goody with 3 defenders on the left side. And Gutierrez is aboard with a walk.
What did you say? We're 180 feet?
Yeah, 180 feet.
I'll give you, no, but I'm going to give you a break on some of these fly balls over the next couple of days because.
Wow, it's different. It's hot. Boston, when they redid Boston, it moved up another level from the mezzanine, and that was different. But this ballpark, one of the newer ballparks in Washington, the 2 highest by far, both leagues. Here's Robinson Cano. You know, a wonderful year, 10th in batting average, tied for 6 multi-hit games, 5th in hits, 6th in total bases, 2nd to Altuve in road batting average. In terms of height, for a football game, you'd love this because you can really see the 22 from this angle.
Right. Oh, wild pitch.
Runner in scoring position for the Mariners here in the first.
What makes it difficult in baseball, though, is all the different angles that you have as far as the flight of the ball, the way the ball is bouncing.
No doubt about it.
Take a look at this last pitch. It's a fastball. He just spikes it in the dirt. Cervelli not able to handle it.
But it reminds me of a Dan Dierdorf story in St. Louis when they built the Jones Dome. 1-0 pitch. Dan Dierdorf, Pro Football Hall of Famer, played for the St. Louis Football Cardinals, and they completed the dome. They bring him in. Dan, what do you think? Oh, I like this. I like this. I like this. Where's the TV booth? What do you mean, where's the TV booth? Yeah, where's the TV booth? Oops.
Forgot it?
Yep. They had to rip out a section and build a TV
to renovate.
booth. Good count for Robbie. Liriano deals 3-0. Mariners will take it. Back-to-back walks. A good start here. It sets up nicely for Mr. Nelson Cruz.
Take a closer look at Liriano. We mentioned his fastball at 92 miles an hour. He will be at 93, 94, depending. Opponent's hitting 318 against him. His slider has been his best pitch, and you can see why. Opponent's hitting just 153. That'll be about 85 miles an hour, as well as his changeup. The changeup in the past has been his best pitch, but so far this year it's been his slider. And he will throw that pitch quite a bit, especially with 2 strikes. Try to bury it in the dirt, so the Mariners have to be aware of that.
Nelly Cruz, Todd Frazier, 16 homers on the road. Tops in the major leagues. First pitch strike from Liriano. Nelly's 3 for 7 with a home run against Liriano. There's a look. Mariners with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Down low. Another note for Cruz. Cervelli making a nice stop there. 38 home runs in 121 interleague games for Nelson Cruz since the 09 season. A 1-1 pitch. Broken bat ground ball. Mercer to Frazier to Jaso, and they go 6-4-3 for the Twin killing, and that threat dies in the first. Just underway here at Pittsburgh. The Pirates coming to bat. Always good to see the King getting ready to work. King Felix Hernandez, a 4-4 record, 3.23 ERA. He's going to face the Pirates. He's 3-0 career against them. Here's their lineup.
A little unusual to see John Jaso in the leadoff spot, but on the year, a 341 on-base percentage. Starling Marte, what a talented young player, cleanup hitter for the Pirates. 34 stolen bases on the year. Adam Frazier's just played in 21 big league games, but off to a fast start with a 359 batting average. We'll take a look at Felix on the year. 4-4 record, a 3.23 ERA, 55 strikeouts over 28 walks. Opponents hitting just .230 against Felix. And a look at the defense for the Mariners. Franklin Gutierrez will be in left field. Nelson Cruz in right. Sean O'Malley, the shortstop, and Mike Zunino will do the catching.
There's John Jaso, who caught Felix Hernandez's perfect game back 2012 against Tampa Bay. Line one hopper. Cano throws him out, quick one out. Before we get any deeper in this game, I want to send out best wishes to one of the great PGA golfers, Tacoma native Ken Still, 81 years young, a little under the weather, but we want to thank him for the second time in 3 years. He called his good friend Arnold Palmer and set us up for golf and lunch down at Arnie's Club down in Latrobe. Mr. Palmer was delightful. Interacted with him. He said hello to our party of 9. Kenny, we thank you. Doc and Arnie send their best. They ask about you and hope you make a very speedy recovery. Ken Still, thanks for hooking us up with Arnold Palmer.
Good friend, and he's been a Mariner fan for a long time. Used to love seeing Ken. He'd be in the clubhouse when I was playing for the Mariners.
Gregory Polanco, and I got to tell you, you and I, we do this for a while, and I've been doing it a little longer than you have, but that was one of those odd moments. I've met Mr. Palmer before. I thanked him for a 1998 interview I did with him. He says, no, thank you.
Yeah. Well, I could tell when I saw you yesterday.
I was geeked.
Yeah, the grin on your face that said the whole story.
What a nice man.
I also heard Mr. Palmer picked up the tab.
Yeah, he did.
Golf and lunch.
The notes in the mail.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, thanks. And of course, when the waitress went around the table, gentlemen, what's your beverage? What do you think the answer was?
Arnold Palmer.
Thank you very much.
I would hope so.
Wanted 2 here to Polanco. A bright young player. Steals some backs, hit some home runs, hit for a high average. You can hear some Mariner fans with the K chant. I'm sure the Pirate fans are wondering, what the heck are you talking about? Good crowd here in Pittsburgh. And when it gets there's a Mariner fan. When it gets dark here, it is an absolutely beautiful sight of looking at the Clemente Bridge and downtown Pittsburgh. Full count.
Just off the inside corner with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. I think Felix thought he had enough of the corner. Zunino does a pretty good job of framing it, but not able to get the call. Looking at the Kings Court shirts that they wear when Felix pitches.
Hit well center field. Retreating is Marte on the track. Can't get it. Gone. Home run. Gregory Polanco. 1-0 Pirates. His 13th homer. 54th run batted in.
Similar to Felix's first outing when he came off the disabled list back at Safeco Field. He thought he had a strikeout, didn't get the call, and on the next pitch it was hit out of the ballpark. That one was a 3-run homer. This is a solo shot by Polanco. Gets a fastball in the middle of the plate right at the knees.
Yeah, last Wednesday, Morneau with 1 on, 2 outs, 3-2 pitch. It was right there, didn't get it. Felix was really angry with Andy Fletcher, the home plate umpire, as you look at Andrew McCutchen. Next pitch, Todd Frazier leaves the yard, a 3-run jack. McCutchen, a perennial All-Star, Gold Glove winner, 2013 MVP. Numbers not up to his usual level at 244. Ooh, look out. Oh, right.
Hit it with a curveball.
Sheesh. Glad it was a curveball.
Just slipped out of his hand. There's the curveball. 78 miles an hour, and it starts behind him.
One out, a run and a runner on. Bring up their cleanup hitter Starling Marte. Another really good young player. Pulled foul.
I knew Marte is a good athlete and runs well, but 34 stolen bases. He has been busy on the base paths.
Yeah, his line is very impressive. Foul ball. Marte, 316, 7 homers, 35 runs batted in, 22 doubles, 4 triples, 34 stolen bases. Marte, 8th in batting at 316. 9th in hits. Second to Jonathan Villar in stolen bases. And do not run on him. He's got 11 assists. This one tagged deep right center field. Off the scoreboard, bounces away. Marte will have to retreat. Scoring is McCutchen digging for 3 and getting there standing up. Starling Marte, 2-0 Pittsburgh. His 36th run batted in, his 5th triple. And he drove that a long way. It's 375 out in the gap in right center.
That's another pitch in the middle of the plate. We've seen this against Felix in the past. Teams, especially young teams, are going to be aggressive, and that's what's happening right now. So Felix is going to have to get on the edges of the plate quickly.
That was an 0-2 pitch. Jung Ho Kang. First pitch swinging, fouls it off.
0-2 pitch. It looked like it was his changeup, just left it up right in the middle of the plate. Typically, he'll bury that pitch.
McCutchen. Good wheel, scored easily. Ground ball, O'Malley. Another run is going to score for the Pirates. RBI ground out for Kang. That's his 31st.
And his back-to-back outings that Felix has given up 3 runs in the first.
3-0 lead for the Buccos. Francisco Cervelli. Career 0 for 8 against Felix. That from his time with the Yankees. And the Yankees dealing Aroldis Chapman to the Cubs. Our next stop, the Cubs.
Thought about that right away when that deal went down was happening.
Last time we saw, I remember seeing Chapman for the first time in Cincinnati 3 years ago, and I saw Mike Zunino. I said, "You still looking for that 102 he threw for 3 years?" I said, "That was ridiculous."
Well, it gets to a point, and he's hit 105 miles an hour this year, but it gets to a point where just physically you're not going to catch up to it. Not going to happen. If he throws strikes, you're in trouble.
Seager patiently waits for the hop, throws out Cervelli. That'll do it for the Pirates. They put 3 on the board right away against the Kings. 3-0 Pittsburgh. Sports being brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. By your local Ford stores. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting legendary rockers Lynyrd Skynyrd, August 24th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Used to be the Steel City, now known for its banking and medical priority and prowess. As we come inside, you can take a boat here to PNC Park if you'd like, just like they do in San Francisco for Giant games at AT&T Park. And just that look you just had was just beyond the right field wall, reminiscent of the University of Tennessee. They got the Tennessee Navy people come up to football games at Neyland Stadium on the river. Daeho Lee leads off. Lee, Seager, and Zunino 5, 6, and 7 against Francisco Liriano.
Liriano was struggling in the first inning. Had a couple of walks in the first. Really had a tough time commanding his fastball, but was able to get out of the inning on a double play ball.
Swing and a miss by Daeho. Another guy due for a hot streak. This is game number 99 for both of these ball clubs. And Daeho's gone. First strikeout for Liriano. Category interleague wins. Verlander, Felix, Zach Greinke, CC Sabathia, and Liriano. Kyle Seager. Looks at strike one.
You get that strikeout of Lee. Again, Liriano has pitched much better over his last 4 games, and it's primarily been in his slider. Opponents hitting just 0.77 against the slider in the last 4 games. Kyle trying to bunt his way on. Looks like it's going to work.
Base hit with 1 out. Nice job by Kyle Seager.
But with Lee, a couple of pitches down out of the strike zone, and that's typically what he will try to do. That's the reason why his chase percentage has gone back up to about 40% over the last 4 games. You can see the defensive alignment. Easy base hit once Kyle was able to get it past the pitcher.
Put it in the hit column, can't beat it. Here's Mike Zunino. Sixth game for Mike. Ball 1. .399 straightaway center field, .379 gap in left center. Deep into left center, it's .410. PNC Park, right field line, .320. Here's a good look at this ballpark. And they've got great statues of Pirate greats all around this ballpark. Come across the Clemente Bridge, and there see the statue of Clemente, Stargell, and Honus Wagner, and so many more. Good count for Mike.
Liriano continues to struggle. 23 pitches, only 10 strikes from him so far.
.3-1 pitch. Chop foul. Another early action. Mets and the Cardinals. Cardinals beat the Mets 3-2. Just gone final as a makeup game. They had rained out last night. White Sox lead the Cubs 1-0, bottom 1 at the phone booth in Chicago. 3-2 pitch. Another walk. Mariners will take it. That's a third already. We play here in the second inning. CenturyLink bringing you what's next. Here's your pitching matchup. Two guys who can rush it up there. We've seen what Paxton has done. He was outstanding in his last couple of starts. And Garrett Cole, who's spent some time on the DL. Look at that, 67 strikeouts, 23 walks. Power pitcher.
Well, you're going to see mid to upper 90s throughout the game while they're in it.
Pitch fouled back. Liriano, 65 walks, most in the big leagues. There's Martin. Fouls one off. James Paxton, today's scat service. Again, couldn't say enough good things about what he's done on the fielding. All that extra work that he's put in, it's paid off.
The improvement that he's made with his breaking ball, whether it's his curveball or his slider, they were exceptional in this last outing.
And the other thing, something you talked about, and I think we've both talked about a lot over years, you got the good 98, use it.
Yep.
So the Mariners can take advantage of Liriano. Clearly not sharp.
He's wild. 27 pitches, 12 strikes. He's wild with his fastball.
Another take by Martin, who's hitting at 242, 13 homers and 29 runs batted in. Felix Hernandez on deck. Jaso can't get it. That'll get at least one. Here comes Seager. Zunino to third. He'll be held there. RBI double Martin. The Mariners on the board. It's 3-1 Pittsburgh. RBI for Martinez, 30th. It's his 8th double.
And this is going to be on and off speed pitch. Looked like a changeup, left it up and in the middle of the plate. Martin hit it hard down the line. Jaso trying to keep it on the infield, wasn't able to do that, so Martin will pick up an RBI, and the Mariners, a great situation. Second and third now with just the one out.
Felix 0 for 2 this season with one sacrifice. He's going to take a big hack. You know that. Ball one.
I think a lot of times in those situations, you know, you have the pitcher coming up. Just one out, though, but Manny Acta was holding up Zunino right away. Polanco, the right fielder, you do not want to try his arm. He has one of the best throwing arms you're going to see.
McCutcheon's got a good arm, but the two corner outfielders are exceptional. To Felix. A hack. Comes up empty, 1-1. Felix wants to add to his legend after the grand slam at Shea Stadium a few years ago. Sometimes
I think we're getting ready to find out if he can handle a good slider or not.
Yeah, good call. Certainly poses well with a bat in the dugout. That answers your question. 2 down. Second strikeout, both of them here in this inning for Liriano. Back to the top of the order, and O'Malley. Weekday sockwear, any color but red. David Ortiz and the Red Sox take on Robinson Cano of the Mariners in a 4-game series at Safeco Field from August 1 through the 4th. You get your tickets at Mariners.com. Look forward to that homestand. Starts on Monday. Here's O'Malley. Red Sox will be a 4-game series, 3 with the Angels and 3 with Detroit.
O'Malley tried to bunt his way on his first time up. Liriano was able to make the play.
Sean's ahead 2-0. the middle where the second baseman Adam Frazier is waiting for it. Mariners do get a run. And leave a couple here in the second. It's 3-1 Pittsburgh. Mentioned the late, great Roberto Clemente, number 21 on your scorecard. He was a lot of fun to watch here at Forbes Field and Three Rivers Stadium. So we welcome the PNC Park, home of the Pirates. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and Brad Adam joins us. And Brad, back from Cooperstown, my man, good to see you. And how exciting was it? Because it looked pretty doggone good when we were watching from Toronto.
It was fantastic. You know, you guys mentioned that it was difficult to get there. It was more difficult to get out of there. I think people still trying to get back to Seattle.
50,000 people.
Speak. Yeah, the second highest ever that they're estimating, about 50,000 people for Junior Mike Piazza. It was 24s all over Cooperstown. It was great to go there, kind of go back in time for a little town, and you mentioned Clemente. I saw his plaque, to see Junior's plaque and Piazza's go up. It was really cool. And to hear from Junior, you guys saw the speech.
Yeah, it was great.
To hear the emotion, you know, right away, it was such an overwhelming event, even for him.
I can't imagine.
Really cool.
Yeah, it had to be. I saw that. I can't imagine. I was actually proud of him because he was able to get it back together.
Right.
And I'm not sure that too many people would have been able to do that.
He got it back and finished, and then of course the hat on backwards.
That was beautiful.
The speech was fantastic. And then afterwards, they took them to another press conference afterwards. We talked to Junior, and in his pinstripe suit, if you look closely, you could see Hall of Fame class of 2016. The pinstripes, that's what they spelled out on his suit. He had Louisville Slugger bats on the bottom of his shoes.
Seager, marvelous play, one down. Outstanding to Robert Adam Frazier.
So Junior did the Hall of Fame in Junior style, no doubt about that. And we've got several shows, of course, coming up. We welcome to Cooperstown, Ken Griffey Jr. Hall of Fame tonight. We've got the induction. We'll hear from Mr. Blowers breaking down that perfect swing of his. We'll also hear from the curator who made the exhibit out there in Cooperstown. And then July 31st, Ken Griffey Jr. Hall of Fame, number 24, all leading up to August 6th. Ken Griffey Jr. Hall of Fame retiring that number right there at Safeco Field.
And that's retiring the number throughout the organization.
No one will ever wear it again, which is fitting. So it was good to see all your old teammates, all the Seattle guys. I tell you what, the Mariners first class all the way. There's a guy who went to Cooperstown. We saw a lot of fans coming up to Pittsburgh.
Great stash.
But they had, Mike, the party that they threw Saturday night, and just throughout the whole weekend, the Mariners were first class all the way, and it was really a treat for me to be a part of that.
What was it like after Junior was finished, and then they mentioned the Hall of Fame inductees for next year and starting that program and what the crowd was doing?
The crowd?
With Edgar.
Oh, with Edgar chanting.
Yeah.
Edgar, Edgar. And Junior simply said, yes, he does deserve to be here. And it was, you know, talked to Edgar about that. He said it was very, very nice, very touching that he felt, you know, the love of the fans there. And it was great. They were in, the fans were on their feet. A lot of people crying around me, and Junior cried. I mean, it was an emotional speech, you know.
It was.
And you know a guy, and you certainly play with him. I mean, you understand it. You know, Jay Buhner, of course, crying. His family, and you see them. So it was emotional. It was good.
By the time Mike and I got it here in the old iPad, it was early on in Junior's speech, and he started talking about his dad, and Senior lost it. And that was, as a father, we can all relate. That was sweet, man. That was really a picture. He was really touched.
He was touched, and Junior trying to get that out. And it took him several times.
Yeah.
He broke down talking about his dad, as he did every member of his family. But that was a big one, and to see the Senior break down too. So it was really an experience.
Senior was always one of my favorite players. And Mike, you were a big Red fan at that time.
Right.
Tell me this. There was about 47 Hall of Famers were there. Did you get to interact with anybody? Or it was great seeing all those guys.
Seeing all of them in the parade, which was really cool. We'll have that on our Sunday's All Access show, recapping that whole weekend. You see the Hall of Fame parade. They each get a little car and they drive through the town, which only takes a couple of minutes because it's just Main Street. It's just a little street.
Another opportunity for Seager. 2 down.
But to see Cal Ripken Jr., Ozzie, Ricky Henderson, Winfield, Randy Johnson, and a lot of these guys came to the party on Saturday night. I was telling you,
cool.
for the gala that the Mariners threw. Hall of Famers just kind of showing up. Like you turn around, there's Reggie Jackson eating dinner, you know, right behind you. Dave Winfield strolling through. Cal Ripken talking to people, taking pictures. They're very nice.
Saw Randy there.
Saw Randy as well, yes. And I tell you what, going back home out of Albany, there was like a little 2-seater plane,
right?
2 seats on either side, so a row of 4. And to think that Randy Johnson somehow folded up his frame into a seat that was, you know, kind of normal for me, but my goodness, I can't even imagine a little plane for Randy.
Did you say that this was your first time there?
First time. And I got in about an hour and a half, and you're right, Mike, I needed a lot more time to go through the Hall of Fame.
From what you were able to see and everything, what was the best part for you?
Well, I think just going down the hall of plaques and seeing everybody's plaque, and they do it by kind of decade, and you kind of go back and you think about the players and remember and read the inscriptions, which was really cool for me. And to see juniors up there too, I thought the inscription was great. Again, the first Mariner, hat on forward, which was good.
He has the hat on backward for his home.
That's right.
He's got one.
Smart.
I think that's awesome. I think that's tremendous.
But it was, you know, and I didn't have time, and I certainly.
Look at this. Liriano leans into one. Deep center field. Oh, my goodness. He left the ballpark. Oh, man. 4-1 Pittsburgh. On a 2-1 pitch, Francisco Liriano. Oh, man. Liriano. My goodness.
His first home run on the season, and again another pitch in the middle of the plate. That was a fastball at 91 miles an hour, and we'll take a look at it. Right on the barrel, runs right out to the barrel.
It's his second career home run in the bigs. Good grief. Top of the order, John Jaso. So 4-1 Pirate lead. So play here in the second inning. Did not expect that bolt of lightning. Well, Brad, we look forward to the programming you put together. I know you guys worked hard over the weekend and you enjoyed every minute of it, too.
Yes, I did. Even sitting out there in the sun, it was still well worth it. And we'll do it all again in a couple of weeks for his induction at Safeco.
Yeah, and I tell you what, folks, if you don't have tickets, you better get on it. August 5, 6, and 7.
Yes.
I mean, that's the demand. That's probably going to set a record for demand for tickets in Seattle. Ken Griffey Jr. weekend, yeah. Oh, man, good to see you.
Thanks,
good
guys.
Stuff.
Appreciate
nice job, Brad.
Thank you.
John Jaso, 1-2. Shift around to the right in the infield for Jaso. Well, not only did he hit a home run, he got all of that. I mean, that was 4 bills.
That's 399 feet to dead center field where he hit it.
Between the A and the T. played in National League. Who was the best hitting pitcher during that time?
I'll tell you who wasn't too bad. Was Todd Worrell. He didn't get to hit a lot because he was a closer, but he could hit the ball with some distance.
That was a big man too. Damage done by Francisco Liriano against Felix. It's 4-1 Pirates. Seattle Mariners baseball here on Root Sports, being brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. By Honda, start something special with a great deal on a Honda. And by Shag, where your friends live. Good luck at PNC Park here in Pittsburgh, town of many bridges. A lot of fun coming out of the Fort Pitt Tunnel, coming from the airport the other day, and everything just opens up, and you see Heinz Field on the left and PNC Park on the left and downtown on the right. Goody charges one up. Deep right field. Goody up. Gone. Home run. Franklin Gutierrez, his 10th of the year. 4-2 ball game. Way to lead off the third inning for Goody. Home run number 10, RBI number 26. There's that right field power again.
And Liriano trying to get ahead of him with a fastball. Probably belt high out over the plate, and he gives it a ride. He was about due anyway, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
No question. Seen him go on some spurts. So it's a great guy to have coming off your bench. Last home run was the 26th of June against the Cardinals. Robbie Cano, 4-pitch walk, first time. Mariners 5-2 winners against the Buccos back home in Seattle June 28th, and then the next day, Mike, 8-1 Pirates. To that point, the worst game the Mariners had played all year.
Right. I would agree with that.
Nelson Cruz on deck. Chopper off the plate. Liriano throws him out.
Take another look at the home run by Franklin Gutierrez. Again, a 92-mile-an-hour fastball out over the plate. That is right where his power zone is. Barrels it up. Does such a good job of staying behind the ball.
Brings up Nelson Cruz, bounced into an inning-ending double play in the first. Goody and Cano had walked. First and second, it was one out. Out back by Millie. the second baseman on the left side of the infield. There's the shift. 1-1 to count. Two and one. Liriano against the Mariners, 6-2 in 10 previous starts, a 2.61 ERA. He's won 3 consecutive starts in each of his last 4 decisions. Now back. Got a mark of 17-12 in interleague play. 1-2 this year. Strike 3 call, says David Rackley. And the Tracer agrees. There's 2 outs.
One of his better fastballs. Able to get it to the inside corner, split the corner at 94 miles an hour.
Third strikeout for Liriano. It's a perfect addition to your Collectibles Hall of Fame. Friday, August 5th, the first 20,000 fans pick up a bobblehead featuring Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. thanks to Root Sports. Tickets, visit Mariners.com. It wouldn't shock me if somebody was in line now. We saw that the other day in Toronto. Kevin Pillar, we told folks were lining up at 8:30 for a 1 o'clock start.
No, it was amazing.
I'm sure we'll see plenty of that when we get back home. Goody's home run StatCast says 352 feet. Dae-Ho Lee, the hitter, struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Oh, through the 5-hole for a base hit. Dae-Ho Lee aboard with 2 outs.
It would have been amazing if Liriano ended up catching that.
He reached behind him, right?
Yeah, he reached the. Yeah, he ends up getting turned around, and the ball goes right through his legs, and he was reaching out trying to get it, and it looked as if it was pretty close. Bring up Kyle Seager. Kyle is 1 for 1. Had a bunt base hit. Had the shift on, and Kyle dropped down a bunt down the third base line, picked up a hit.
Out front, strike 1. Seager entered today hitting .347, 19 games in July, 12 runs, 8 doubles, 4 homers, 15 runs batted in. OPS of 1.022. Two outs and a 1-1 count here to Kyle. Since these 2 teams last met, Mariners have picked up 5 games in the standings. Pirates have picked up 5.5 on the Cubs. Wild card, the Mariners 5 out behind Boston, Toronto, Houston, Detroit, and the Yankees. Foul ball, and also in the wild card hunt for the Buccos. They're a game and a half out. You got LA, the Angels, the Dodgers, the Mets, and Miami. Mets and Miami tied for that, restarting today for the second wild card spot. Cardinals on their heels, and the Pirates a game and a half back. Count runs full. Mike Zunino's on deck if Kyle can keep it going. 4-2 ball game. Payoff pitch. Dae-Ho takes off. Here's a pitch drilled deep to right. That baby is out of here. Kyle Seager ties it up at 4-4. 20th home run for Seager. RBI 66 and 67. 2 for 2 night for Kyle.
And for Kyle, his 20th home run. That's 5 straight seasons for Kyle with 20+ home runs. And you can see Liriano pitched him away the entire time, wanted to get that slider away from him, ended up leaving it in the middle of the plate. Kyle lined it into the seats.
Zunino, high fly ball, going to stay in the ballpark. Right center field, going over McCutchen. Like that Polanco. And some good work done by the Mariners. Goody leads it off with a home run. And then Kyle Seager at the back end hits a 2-run homer. We've got a brand new ball game at 4-4. Home run powered by the Mariners. Yet another broadside. Gives him 143 on the season. Seager with his 20th. Goody with his 10th. So he joins the double-figure club on the ball club, Mike.
Gives the Mariners 8 now. 8 guys with double-digit home runs. Kyle again his 20th home run. Done that 5 season 20+ home runs.
There's Gregory Polanco. See if Felix can now keep the Pirates at bay. It'll be Polanco, McCutchen, and Marte. You're in the home third in a 4-4 game.
Yeah, second time through the lineup, and see if Felix can make some adjustments here.
Well, I look at Polanco, I look at Marte, and put him in the same athletic category as Lorenzo Cain, and that's saying something.
It's an exciting outfield that they have here with McCutchen.
Blows it by. Seager never had a chance. Base hit.
The Mariners had the shift on Kyle, the only one on the left side of the infield. That was just hit too hard. Barely able to take a step before that ball was rolling in the outfield. Felix 44 pitches, 31 strikes. So throwing a lot of strikes, a couple of them. I think he missed location where he left him in the middle of the plate.
Here's McCutchen hitting the back by a curveball on an 0-1 pitch first time up. Foul ball. Central Division National League. Cubbies lead today by 7 over the Cardinals starting today's games. Pittsburgh by 8, Milwaukee by 16.5, and Cincinnati bringing up the rear, 20.5 games out. Texas, Houston, Seattle, Oakland, and the Angels is how they stack up in the West. The American League. Ground ball, Seager goes to Cano for 1, and around the horn, double play right on time.
And an easy turn for the Mariners. Nice little two-hopper to Kyle. Gets it over to Cano quickly, and then the strong throw gets McCutchen by a half a step. Take another look at it.
Oh, that's a dart he threw, isn't it?
He was aware who was running.
Yeah. Starling Marte, RBI triple to right, is behind in the count. 0-2. Rick Sofield coaching at third for the Pirates. Nick Leyva, first base for Pittsburgh. There's Rick. Nick Leyva been around. He's with the Phillies. Been with Toronto. Good baseball man. Two outs here in the third. 2-1 pitch. 2-2. Felix for the put away. Did he go? Did not. His first base umpire, Alfonso Marquez. Count runs full.
And that was a better changeup from Felix. 89 miles an hour down out of the strike zone. We've seen him leave that pitch up a couple of times here early in the game.
Outfield shading towards right for Marte. Yankees in Houston getting ready to fire up. Doug Fister on the mound for Houston. Oakland and Texas delayed right now in the first. Angels are playing at Kansas City in a matter of moments. Three-two pitch. Foul off again.
7 pitches, and he's seen everything that Felix has. Seen his slider, his curveball, changeup. Fastball in on his hands.
Colorado leads at Baltimore 4-0, bottom 3. Toronto 2-1 at home against San Diego in the 4th, and Detroit leads at Boston 4-0 in the 3rd. 3-2 from Felix. Lost it. First walk. Time now for a Geico This Date in MLB history. And speaking of Starling Marte, homered on the first big league pitch he saw. It was delivered by Dallas Keuchel, 28th player, Major League history, to do that. First pitch of your big league career, you did what?
I took it.
Then you swung in anger and what? You hit a double? Doggone it, I missed my opportunity.
No, I think it was a ball. Ended up hitting a line drive for an out.
Runner goes. Great break. Throws a Nino. Not in time, and he was able to hold the bag, Marte. It's his 35th stolen base. This kid's something else.
Well, it's one of the things we talked about. 35 stolen bases, and he's their cleanup hitter.
So count 1-0 to Jung Ho Kang. RBI ground out his first time up. Mariners saw Marte back on June 28th. Hit a home run, 3-1 pitch to right center field. Second game he went 3 for 4. Had a stolen base in that second game. Can run it down in the outfield too. So we've seen his five tools, that's for sure. 2-1. 5-tool player. Pounds in a strike. Felix looking for his first win since May 21 at Cincinnati. Went 6 innings and a 4-0 win against the Reds. Doug barrels this one up. Marte's got room though. Right center, makes the play. No runs ahead. No errors and a man left. 3 complete here in Pittsburgh. 4-4. Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by CHI Franciscan Health, the Mariners' official partners in health. Learn to stay Northwest healthy at nwhealthy.org. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast, as you get a good look at the Duquesne Incline as you look at Point Park in Pittsburgh. Get to this part of western Pennsylvania, a lot of hills. Get into West Virginia, mining country, and pleasure craft here out on the river. It is summertime. Get out there and enjoy it. As we mentioned earlier, we've seen a lot of Mariner fans walking around downtown Pittsburgh.
Probably made the drive from Cooperstown.
Yeah.
It was about 6.5, 7.
It's Shannon Dreher, radio reporter for the Mariners, drove down 7 hours, made a few stops. She said she stopped off in Williamsport to look at the Little League World Series venue. But it was a nice, old school ride down 7 hours from Cooperstown here to Pittsburgh. Martin blows it by the second baseman Frazier, base hit. 2 for 2 night from Martin.
See if Felix can get a bunt down. Martin hitting 8th in the lineup. Felix, of course, hitting 9th. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times off the lefty Liriano.
Felix with 1 sacrifice thus far. Charging in from third is Gung. Gets the bunt down, a beauty. Nice job. Jaso throws to the second baseman Frazier. Second sacrifice of the season by Felix Hernandez. Great bunt.
Well, you can't do it any better than that.
Seriously. Man. Get that on a loop, Felix, and send it to all the boys on their iPhones. caught it with the bat.
And had the barrel at the top of the strike zone.
Chance for the lead now with Sean O'Malley. 0 for 2.
A couple of ground outs for Sean. Mariners are 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position this evening.
Marte still under the weather with mono. The timetable when he comes back. O'Malley charges one up into the left field corner. Mariners have the lead. Martin scores easily. RBI double Sean O'Malley. It's 5-4 Seattle. The O-Man with his 8th run batted in on his 6th double.
He is really having a good road trip. We showed the numbers, hitting 400 on the road. And now he's going to get a fastball, trying to jam him right on the inside corner, but he's able to get the barrel to it.
That is some good baseball there. Base hit, sacrifice, RBI double. O'Malley coming up big.
He's getting a chance to play, and as you mentioned, it just because Marte is ill, but make the most of it, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Having fun doing it. Got good wheels out there. Ray Searage has using up all of his time here. Home plate umpire David Rackley comes to break it up. Jared Hughes warming up in the pen.
For Liriano, just 61 pitches so far. 33 strikes for him.
Brings up Gutierrez, walk and a home run. Ball one. Goody's home run 352. Liriano's home run 416 feet, and Seager 377. O'Malley plus speed at second. Hey, Goody takes 2-0.
Well, the Pirates have the shift on with Gutierrez hitting. McCutchen, the center fielder, shading towards right, so expecting him to hit the ball the other way in the air, and he hits it on the ground. They think he'll pull it.
Good count, 3-0. You get Cano, Cruz, Dejo, Seager still to come. There's Robbie. Walk and a ground out, a comebacker to the pitcher. Outside corner, barely. 3-1. Cleveland and Washington 2-2, top 4 in Cleveland. Cardinals won completing yesterday's game 3-2. There's ball 4. So Cano, the chance to build this lead now. Goody walks. It's a 4th walk issued by Liriano. The Mariners in pretty good shape here. Families can enjoy a great area at Safeco Field, located just off the main concourse in center field. It's the Seattle Children's Playfield. It features a playground, kids concessions, and much more. So swing by the next time you're at the ballpark. The next time we'll be at the ballpark is coming up on Monday. The Boston Red Sox come to town. Robbie swings and misses.
Gets him to chase a slider. Clint Hurdle, the manager for the Pirates, on the top step. This might be his last hitter. You have a couple of righties due up after Cano, and that is Cruz and Lee. Right-hander getting loose in the pen, and Hughes.
0-1 to Cano. Hurdle turned this franchise around. He had success with the Colorado Rockies. Up to a World Series. Robbie swings through. Hurdle in his 6th season. 2013 Manager of the Year. 07 pennant. One and two to Cano. 2 on. Mariano's got to throw a strike. Let's see Robbie get busy on it. 2-2. Look out. Oh, man. Incoming.
I think that was a changeup in off the plate.
From behind. Has he got Pax? Yeah, it's Pax. Shot back. Taijuan Walker. Taijuan Walker working his way back to the rotation. Throw a sim game tomorrow. Pitch to Robbie. Line drive. Left field. Base hit. There's O'Malley getting a wave on from Manny. The throw from Marte's got a great arm. Overshoots everything. And Cano will move to second. The Mariners have a 6-4 lead. Cano coming through. That's his 62nd run batted in.
Yeah, the Mariners now 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Pretty good swing. 95 miles an hour at the top of the strike zone, and then Marte is going all the way to the backstop. And it looks like that's going to be it for Liriano.
The Mariners here in the 4th. Chase Liriano, a 6-4 Seattle lead, and looking for more. Take a timeout. Come right back. We take a look at our Columbia Bank difference in the ball game, and it's the long ball tonight so far here in Pittsburgh.
Franklin Gutierrez with his 10th, and then Kyle Seager his 20th home run on the year. That tied the ball game up. It was a 2-run home run for Kyle.
Good sight for the Mariners.
For Liriano, just 3 1/3, 8 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. He's responsible for the 2 base runners that are out there. 4 walks, 72 pitches, 38 of those for strikes.
Here is Mr. Cruz against Jared Hughes. Strike one. Hughes just turned 31 on July 4th out of Stamford, Connecticut. Lives in Plano, Texas now. Big kid at 6'7", 245.
Not an overpowering pitcher. He's going to sink it, throw a slider up there.
0-2 to Cruz. Bounced into a double play and took a called third strike. Hughes broke into the bigs here in 2011 with the Pirates. Came a pro back in 06. One hopper, here comes a runner home. And thrown across to get Cruz. Is the shortstop Mercer scoring on a play as Goody, a 7-4 Mariner lead. An RBI for Cruz. That's his 66th.
The infield back, ground ball. Franklin Gutierrez will score his second run of the game.
Two outs. Here's Dayo Lee. Base hit to center. And strikeout. Mariners entering today's game 7th in batting, 6th in runs, 7th in hits, 3rd in homers, 4th in ERA. 1-0. Ground ball. There's Countryman. Gunn. He throws out Dayo Lee, but nice work by the Mariners. RBIs by O'Malley and Nelson Cruz. Good work. Mariners 7-4 lead. That's really cute. That's smart. Very innovative. Good stuff, Angie. Thank you. RBIs by O'Malley, Cano, and Cruz. In the top of the 4th, extend the lead for Felix. Got Cervelli, Frazier, and Mercer 6, 7, and 8 here in the home 4th.
Felix has given up 4 runs on just 4 hits. A couple of home runs have hurt him.
Cervelli grounded out to Seager's first time. Ball up the middle of Malley. Can't get it. Slows it up. Cervelli will hold with a single.
It was a good effort by Sean. He knew he was going to have to dive for it, and I think he was trying to get himself in a position where he could pop up right away. So he had to throw, and it ended up getting underneath his glove.
Brings up Adam Frazier. Seager made a superb play to rob him in the second. The sunlight reflecting off the buildings. That's a beautiful picture. Nice colors. Taylor made double play. Oh, no, it wasn't either.
That was a smart play by Sean.
And went back and got
made sure. It's like the backhanded flip from Cano is going to be a little bit low, and he had to reach for it, and he wasn't sure if the timing was right, if his foot was still on the base, so he decided to get the force out.
Matt Joyce on deck for the Pirates.
It's another one of those plays in years past. You go ahead and finish turning the double play, but now with the replays, and they don't miss anything, so make sure you get that lead runner.
Years passing, continued the play, throwing the ball back to the third baseman, whipping around. Let's go, 2 down.
That's exactly right.
Mercer bounced out to third. Three-run Pirate first. Mariners come back with 1 in the second. Pirates answer that, and then the Mariners go 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth. With a 7-4 lead. And that's going to drop. Frazier to third. Jordy Mercer sets up the Pirates first and third, 1 down. They got just enough of it. MLB TV Premium, #1 live streaming sports service, delivers everything you've come to expect and more. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 devices. Includes a free subscription to at-bat, the #1 app for live baseball. So visit Mariners.com for details. Here's a look at some of the colors. Nice reflecting sunset downtown Pittsburgh. We look from our vantage point from 180 feet above home plate.
Matt Joyce going to pinch hit for the pitcher in the 9th spot.
Ball 1. Matt Joyce 3 for 27 against Felix. Ball to Cano. This time they get the double play. Well done. Nothing across for the Buccos in the fourth. The Mariner lead at 7-4. Mendocino, big catch. Focus on the Mariner defense.
Nice little flip right here. Easy play for O'Malley. Puts a lot on the throw. He has a strong arm. And that gets Felix out of a first and third situation.
Nice operation. Into the last inning there. Mariner fan, youngster, got a ball from Robinson Cano, so that'll be on social media in a matter of seconds. Way to document the trip. Good deal. Kyle Seager going to lead off against a new pitcher, left-hander Jeff Locke. Seager in a 3-2 pitch, hit a 2-run homer last time up. This one going foul. He's 2 for 2. He had a 1-out bunt in the second. Gung, the third baseman, was playing deep. Calmly laid down a bunt on the grass, the third baseline. Hammered the home run. One, 2. Jeff Locke on Wednesday when he was on the mound for the Pirates gave up 7 hits, 5 walks, 5 runs, and 3 innings plus work. Trying to bounce back. High heat gets Seager.
All fastballs to Kyle. You can see Cervelli, the catcher, he wants that pitch up out of the zone, and Locke able to get it there. Kyle can't lay off of it.
Foul ball by Mike Zunino. As you look at Jeff Locke, he's got long locks like DeGrom for the Mets. Very similar hairstyle. Also Jeff Samardzija. Looks like a throwback to the 70s. Line drive, base hit. Mike Zunino into the corner. Marte will get it back in. Nice job by Zunino. And for Mike Z, that's his first double since being recalled.
And a good adjustment for Mike. He started him off with a changeup. Mike pulled it foul, came right back with the same pitch, almost in the same spot. Kept his hands back a little bit longer, and that was a better swing. He was able to stay inside of it and keep it fair.
Brings up Leonys Martin having a good night. RBI double to right and Hart single to right. Driven in a run and scored one. First time Martin seeing Jeff Locke. Trying to make a river deposit with that swing.
It's a fastball right down the middle. He tried to lose it. Mariners are 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position tonight.
Ground ball to the second baseman. Throws out Martin. It's 2 away. Runner to third for Felix Hernandez. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar. Brought to you by Sleep Train as Zunino moves up a bag. Play the Pirates tomorrow. Day off Thursday. The Cubbies Friday, Saturday. Don't forget ESPN has the game Sunday night. Then we get home. The Red Sox and then that Angel series. That's Ken Griffey Jr. weekend. Get your tickets now. Don't be left crying at home because you didn't get a seat.
Good pitching matchups against the Cubs. Iwakuma and Lester going on Friday. Mariners get a chance to face Jake Arrieta. He and Miley would go at it, and we'll finish up with Felix again. Felix and Kyle Hendricks. There's some good pitching matchups in Chicago.
Indeed. 0-2 to Felix. Trying to pick up an RBI. Got a bunt down. Got that fourth inning going, 3 runs on 3 hits in that frame. Locke out of North Conway, New Hampshire. Going against Felix Hernandez. Swing and a miss. Runner stranded at third. Home fifth coming up here in the Berg, where the Mariners have a 7-4 lead. Matthews Bronze Division. It's located right here in Pittsburgh, tasked with making the plaques for the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. These designers just got back from Cooperstown, where they delivered Ken Griffey Jr.'s and Mike Piazza's plaques for their induction ceremony. We had a chance to see the molds for the 2 plaques today, but those molds now be destroyed in the next day or 2 in order to ensure nobody creates duplicates. To see our entire behind-the-scenes look at the factory on a new edition of Mariners All Access Sunday, as we get ready for Mariners to retire number 24 at Safeco Field. Mariner fans here in Pittsburgh. It's Norma Cantu from the front office on the left. Good to see Norma here in the building, her husband. Sal Jaso, Gregory Polanco, Andrew McCutchen top the order against Felix. Mariners have put 7 runs on the board for him. John Jaso, much different look from when he was with the Mariners.
Felix now at 70 pitches, 45 strikes. Gave up 3 runs in the first inning. Settled down since then.
Two and one to his former battery mate. Shift on against Jaso. Count goes to 3 and 1. Felix struck out 1, walked 1. Giving up 4 runs on 6 hits. Well struck by our teammates right there. 1 away. New York Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. The Rangers have lost Prince Fielder for this season. Shin-Soo Choo out again. The Astros, Mariners trying to catch them, and the good news, a lot of games still to be played in the division. Right now, Houston trailing at the Yankees. Check that, they're in Houston 2-1. Yankees lead that one. Texas and Oakland still delayed. Angels 1-0 at Kansas City. Felix moving O'Malley over a couple of steps to his right. Polanco, home run on a 3-2 pitch, straightaway center field, and a base hit to left.
The pitchers have the option to move guys around as far as the defense goes. They have their scouting reports, and we talk a lot about the shifts and where they want them to play. And Felix moving O'Malley over probably another couple of steps.
That's hit hard, base hit right field. 3 for 3 night for Gregory Polanco. Just going a homer to center, single to left, and now a single to right.
And all 3 base hits hit right on the button. A lot of leverage in that swing. Good extension. Solid line drive to right.
Brings up Andrew McCutchen, hit by a pitch in the first. Bounced into a double play in the third. Side to 2013 MVP. Mariners have turned 2 double plays to get another one right here. Bruno. There's a strike. 2-1. Trent Hurdle hoping his star center fielder can get cranking. Second half push.
It's a little bit odd to see his batting average in the 240s.
You know it. 292 last year. They had, going back to 2012, 327, 317, 314, and 292. And a run of 5 consecutive years making the All-Star team. Two balls, 2 strikes.
A couple of borderline pitches that Felix was able to get the call on. McCutchen didn't like it.
2012, McCutchen led the league with 194 hits. He struck out a lot this year. Already 100 strikeouts entering tonight's ball game. 133 all of last year in 157 games. Runner goes, pitch, swung on a miss, throw by Zunino. He's offline. And another strikeout. There's a stolen base for Polanco. That's his 10th.
It's right on the inside corner. That was his changeup at 87 miles an hour.
I was talking to McCutchen before the game, and so they remembered Felix, and they had gone 1 for 6 in previous encounters with Felix. I said, did he have the changeup at that time? He says no. And he wasn't looking forward to that pitch for that very reason.
That's when he had the good curveball.
Yep. Here's Marte. RBI triple, walk, and a stolen base. May 8th of 2013, Felix beat the Pirates here. Seager plays it nicely. Throws out Marte. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. To the 6th inning we go. The Mariners on top of the Pirates 7-4. Mariners baseball here in Root Sports, being brought to you by Money Tree. Proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Hi, Jack in the Box. It's back. The buttery mushroom portobello buttery jack. Taste it before it's gone at Jack in the Box. And by CenturyLink, your link at What's Next. Good look at the Roberto Clemente statue and the bridge here in Pittsburgh. First of 2, then we go to Chicago for the weekend. Mariners with a nice lead here for Felix Hernandez. His second start since coming back from the DL. Top of the order for the Mariners, Sean O'Malley, Franklin Gutierrez, and Robinson Cano against Jeff Locke.
And Sean having a good night. He's 1 for 3. His one base hit was a double. Also scored a run, driven in a run.
Outfield pretty much straight away, not too deep for O'Malley. On a hand.
Right off the barrel of the bat. It looked as if it was going to hit his hand. I think that's the reason why he dropped the bat. He was expecting it to hit him on the hand. Luckily, it missed him.
Bouncing ball. Gung had to play off his chest. O'Malley's aboard.
A normal 2-hopper, and he looks like he's more trying to block it.
8-5.
Head off the chest, and it will be in there.
Start to the Mariners 6th.
Seeing that play right there gives you an idea of just how good Kyle Seager's feet are. He ended up getting in that position because he wasn't moving his feet.
Jung-Ho Gung out of third. There's Goody. Looks at a strike, walk. Leadoff homer in the third. Walk and run scored in the fourth. Time called. They had a stolen base in Friday's game, a 2-1 Mariner win at Toronto. 3 for 3 on the season. A.J. Schugel starting to heat up for Pittsburgh. Right-hander. Crowds him. 1-1.
Not too surprised to see that Franklin Gutierrez. His 10th home run of the year was on a fastball out over the plate. That's where his power is at. He's trying to crowd him now.
They give him the entire right side. 3 infielders left side for Goody. Inside. Rain holding up the Oakland at Texas game. Yankees 2-1 at Houston. Angels 1-0 at Kansas City. Two-1 to Franklin. 3-1. Cano's on deck. Robbie picked up an RBI single at the 4th. It's A.J. Schugel. Three-one pitch. Comebacker. Right to the second baseman. A 1-4-3 double play. Tough break. Tough break. Don't forget to stick around after the game. The Mariners post-game presented by Delta Airlines. Angie Mentic and Dave Valley will call the post-game comments and reaction. That Services Club 7-4 lead right now with Robbie Cano coming up, nobody on. Second double play turn tonight by the Pirates that pitch way outside, ball 1.
Robbie with a base hit and an RBI. Another impressive swing from him. It was a fastball at 95 miles an hour right towards the top of the strike zone. He lined it into left field. Able to stay on top of it.
Popped it up, backing up is Mercer, the shortstop. Gonna do it. Mariners double play really foiled their efforts here in the 6th, but the good news, they lead 7-4. on Saturday, August 6th. The greatest player to ever wear a Mariners uniform, Ken Griffey Jr., becomes the first player to have his number retired. Make sure you get there early for the special pregame ceremony. It's going to begin at 5:30 p.m. For more details, visit Mariners.com/Griffey. Here's Felix Hernandez working into the 6th. He's got Jung Ho Kang. First pitch strike. Kang an RBI ground out and a fly out the center. Pirates jumped on Felix, 3 runs, first inning. Home run by Polanco. RBI triple by Marte and Kang's RBI. The Mariners came right back. They run in the second. RBI double by Martin. Pirates answered with 1 in the bottom of the second. Then the Mariners go 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth. Trouble. Cruz will have to track it down. Kang on his way to second with his 11th double. Leads off here in the 6th.
A little bit of an inside-out swing on a pretty good fastball. Felix trying to get to the inside corner. It's probably on the inner half. It jams him. Slicing line drive towards the corner.
Hey, Rick Riz's favorite song.
He's probably singing along right now.
I guarantee he's singing along. On the radio side.
With that double, bullpen starts to move around. And he'll start getting loose here shortly.
Mariners have been doing pretty good to this job. The starters getting deeper into the game in the last week, 10 days or so. Fouled off.
Something that has been much needed. Take some of the pressure off of the bullpen, but you're right. The starters haven't. Really, look at that series in Toronto. They did a pretty nice job there. Felix thing I like is he settled down after that first inning. I'm not worried about the home run to Liriano, the pitcher. He was just trying to throw a fastball by him, and he walked into one. But since then, I think his stuff has been a lot better, throwing more strikes. So far, 86 pitches, 57 strikes for Felix. With the amount of time he had off on the DL, probably going to take him a few starts to get comfortable again, and it looks like he's showing signs of that now.
Coming into today's game, Mariners starters averaging 6.33 innings over the last 13 starts dating back to 7th of July.
Anytime you get your starters consistently pitching into the 7th inning, you're going to be in pretty good shape.
Full foul. Heaven knows the Mariners went through a few stretches where that wasn't happening, and man, was that a taxed bullpen.
Well, Felix went on the disabled list. It all kind of started right then, and it was 4 out of the 5 turns. It seems that the guys were coming out of the games early, and you're right, they'd used the bullpen a lot. So the month of June was tough for him.
Big time heating up. Yeah, that as well reflected in that record. Bill Stottlemyre Jr. checking in on time. On the foul ball. That got Mike. CenturyLink, a couple of power pitchers coming up in tomorrow's finale of this quick series. James Paxton coming off an outstanding performance, and Garrett Cole. He's a big horse on this ball club. Got some time on the DL. There's 6 wins. Second to Nicasio and Nice, and Locke, who have 8 wins of the starters. He's got the most wins with 6. Spent some time in the DL. Paxton was fantastic on Friday. 7 innings, 3 hit, 1 run ball, 9 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Ball and 2 strikes here to Cervelli. Infield hit last time, up 1 for 2. Two.
Talking about Paxton, now it was as dominant as we'd seen him. Fastball was 97, 98 miles an hour. I think he topped out at 99. And an excellent slider, very good curveball.
How about late too? Late in the game?
Late in the game. Well, that's the thing that James has shown that he could be at 100 pitches and he's still going to throw 98 miles an hour. The thing I liked about that game that really kind of set things up. Let's not forget, this is a good Toronto ball club.
Strike 3 called. Cervelli gone. 1 down.
Pirates are now 0 for 5 runners in scoring position. But in that lineup, power hitters, all of them right-handed. Paxton going up against them as you see this fastball. Good two-seamer. I thought he was just really good. But the thing I really liked was him and Mike Zunino working together. And he started mixing it up right out of the gate. Because when he really the first month or so that he's been up here, a lot of fastballs, especially early. I mean, we're talking 80 to 85% fastballs,
right.
And he was mixing it up right away, which made his fastball even better. So I expect to see him do that again tomorrow.
Swing and a miss by Adam Frazier. As I look back on that scorecard from Friday, strikeouts came in bunches. Struck out the last 2 guys in the first batter in the second. There's 3 there. Struck out the side in the 4th. Struck out 2 in the 8th. I mean, he was sensational.
Even more impressive, to your point, is after that first inning, once they saw what they were up against, they were very aggressive swinging the bats. So they were trying to put him in play early.
Served it in the left field. Gunn will hold. As Goody gets it back in, that lazy throw, and taking advantage is Frazier. Had his head up. Saw that airmail throw, the big arc, and he just kept on going.
You're right. He was running hard the entire way. A little bit too much air under the throat from Gutierrez. He certainly was not expecting from Frazier to go all the way around, and he'll hit the bag. And as soon as he sees, he's reading the throw. As soon as he sees it high in the air, that's when he takes off. Cano thinks that he was able to keep the tag on him, and his foot popped off the base.
Second base umpire, veteran Larry Vanover, crew chief.
So they're going to take a look at it. It was hard to tell on that last look because Cano was basically, it was a swipe, and he thought he had a piece of him when his foot came off the bag.
Ooh. Might have a case.
If he hit his arm, I think he does. I think he's out. Couldn't tell if he hit his arm or not.
Because there was some air.
You're right, he may.
Yeah. What was it earlier? I don't know if it was one of our games, but somebody held on to the ball with an extra base taken. Remember that earlier in the season, first half?
I remember the play.
I can't remember what it was, but it was. I remember we were talking about it. Might have been on or off the air about same thing we talk about in Little League. Get the ball back in quickly. I'm trying to remember what the heck that was, but somebody held the ball and lobbed it in.
Yeah, I'm sure with Franklin right there, it's the base hit. He's charging the ball. He picks it up, and when he looks up, he sees that the runner at third is being held up. So it wasn't as if he took a lot of time to get it in. He just didn't put a lot on the throw getting it in. And that's what Frazier took advantage of. It was arc because you could see him as he's coming around first. He's just watching it. He looked as if he was going to slow down.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he sees the air under the throw is when he takes off. Yeah, we're going to get him out. Good play by Cano.
Kept it on right there.
He was on his arm.
How about that? Take it.
Going to be a 7-5-4.
Seager alertly through. Second, here's a heck of a break.
And Gutierrez will pick up an assist. So maybe he was just baiting him into it. Had it all the way.
Worked out well for the Mariners. If Felix can retire, Jordy Mercer grounded out to third. Single to right. Sean Rodriguez is on deck. Pitcher spot.
This will probably be the last inning for Felix. He's now at 96 pitches, 63 strikes overall. Tom looks like he's ready to go out in the bullpen.
6 is a nice number for your second start coming back from the DL.
Yes.
especially since he's your horse and you want to continue to build him up.
And it was good to get him some run support.
Yeah. Foul ball.
Down early in the ball game and was able to hold the Pirates right there and give the offense a chance to get him a lead.
Pirates 5th in hitting in the National League, 6th in runs, 5th in hits, 7th in home runs, 4th in stolen bases, came in with 74.
Good offensive club.
They've picked it up since we saw them last. Oh, that hit him. Good grief. Second hit batter. That was a fastball. He hit McCutchen with a curve back in the first.
And I think that might be it. No, Mel Stottlemyre going to come out and have a conversation with him, just probably see how he's feeling more than anything right now. Felix now at 98 pitches. 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Well, that's tough, too. He had him 1-2.
And they're going to send up a pinch hitter in Rodriguez. Has some pop. We're going to have to be careful with him.
Rodriguez made the final out of Felix's perfecto back in August of 2012. Matt Joyce was on that Tampa Bay club, and John Jaso caught it for Felix. Reminded it was, I think it was a play in San Diego, Stephen Romero. No, it was in Texas. Elvis Andrus scored, baiting Romero, who held on to a ball down there in Texas. That's what it was. I know I'd seen a play like that. Rodriguez. Line drive. Goody has got it. 6 complete innings for Felix Hernandez. His best bud, Franklin Gutierrez, makes that catch. 7-4 Mariners. By T-Mobile, Jose Altuve. Look at this guy. Since the All-Star break, he has not let up. 5-12, 6 extra base hits, 9 ribbies, and OPS of almost 14. My goodness. Since the break, hitting 21 for 41. Stealing a whole bunch of bases as well. Archimedes Caminero takes over.
36 appearances on the year, a 1-2 record, 3.29 ERA, 30 strikeouts, 21 walks, a lot of walks, over 38 1/3. Opponents hitting .291 against him. He's given up 4 home runs this year.
We saw him back home in Seattle on June 28th. 2 1/3, 3 hits, and 4 strikeouts.
He's going to get the middle of the lineup. It'll be Cruz, Lee, and Seager due up.
Nelson Cruz hit into a double play, took a called third strike, and got an RBI ground out. Hit it hard and beats the shift. Nelson Cruz with a base hit.
.92 miles an hour. Looks like a slider. We talked about it with Nelly. He hits the ball so hard. Even with the shift on, he's able to get it between them. There wasn't a lot of distance there.
Dale Lee, strikeout, single to center, ground out to third. There he goes. Yes, he did, says Alfonso Marquez. Yankees have a 3-1 lead at Houston now. CC Sabathia on the mound, with Altuve at the plate as we speak.
Looking down into the Mariner dugout, Felix has the jersey untucked, so his night is over. Vidal Nuno getting loose in the pen. Felix at 99 pitches.
0-2 today, owners. Vidal Nuno. Washington's taking a lead from Cleveland now, 5-2 into 6. Cubs still trail at the White Sox 2-0.
Camaro's throwing hard. 99 miles an hour on that last fastball. Fastball before that was at 100.
Short's out. Yep. Deo fouls one off. Kid's bringing it. 101. A lot of cases, as we've seen, you're doing yourself a favor keeping a starter in the ball game.
Yeah, that's something that you and I have talked about that a lot. It used to be try to get the starters pitch count up, get them out of the game, and that may be true on some starters, but for the most part, it's no bargain getting out of that pen. These guys are all coming in, they're going to throw an inning, and they just turn it loose.
Man, 101. Strike 3 called, says David Rackley. 1 out. Well, here's a look at some of the guys who are just doing a remarkable job rushing the ball up to the plate. Chapman now with the Cubs. We'll see him, no doubt, this weekend. Cabrera from the Atlanta Braves. Caminera, who we're watching now, with Baldy. We know about Syndergaard, Thor, and Betances. Yankees still have Miller and Betances at the back end. We'll see the Yankees in mid-August. Our only visit Safeco Field. They'll be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of August. Third game, matinee game, and then we'll head off to the White Sox in Texas. Seager with a bunt hit, 2-run homer and a strikeout tonight. So ahead 2-0. Looking 101 here.
I believe so.
He's off by 1.
Show the numbers. He can get wild at times and walk some batters. Pretty sure Kyle has the green light. We've seen him swing 3-0 couple times this year. I believe he has a home run hitting 3-0.
Certainly does. And there's a base hit down into the corner. Cruz to second. Ball bouncing around after Polanco will get it in. They'll hold Cruz at third. 3-0 swinging. Kyle Seager with a double. His third hit tonight. His 28th double. Outstanding.
It's just smart day. The guy's throwing 100 miles an hour consistently. You get the green light to swing 3-0. What your manager wants to see you do is get the barrel out there and hit the ball hard. Yeah, the home run is great, but he'll take the double right here. Every now and then you'll see hitters, they'll be late on a fastball. I never understood that as you watch Nelly limping a little bit. But, you know, they're late on it at that point. So you're going to get a free swing at a fastball probably in the middle of the plate. And Nodine was on his way out, but Nelly waves him back to the dugout. So good hitting by Kyle.
Seager with his 28th double ties Jonathan Scope of Baltimore for third in doubles in the American League. Ortiz with 35, Machado with 30 starting today.
Mike Zunino 1 for 2. He had a double his last time up, double down in the left field corner.
Field about halfway, swing and a miss. 8th 3-hit game for Kyle Seager. Nelly didn't want to hear it. One to Mike Z. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one.
Pretty good slider at 92, right on the outside corner. You know, watching Nelson run, not going to get any breaks. Mariners another game here tomorrow, and then they'll be in Chicago for 3. So he's going to be in the lineup. People have to play in the outfield.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Mike Zunino. Second and third where your runners are. Pitch. Count runs full. 1 down. Martin is on deck. At the end of the bat, Jaso goes for the tag. Runners hold. 2 away. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Beautiful look at Pittsburgh here. Lovely night. 78 degrees right now. Martin trying to do some 2-out damage here with 2 on. Seth Smith has come out pinch hitter.
Martin has hit the ball hard a couple of times tonight. That's 2 hits. Also has a double. He's driven in a run and scored a run.
Take a look at the Mariners in-game box score. Good stuff.
And even for Felix, he dropped a perfect bunt, moved the runner along, so he did his job. Kyle Seager having another big night. He has been hot in the month of July, and it just continues for him. O'Malley having a good road trip. So Scott Service put him in the leadoff spot today. worked out. This double, an RBI, and a run scored.
Very serious pitching coach. Caminero behind in the count, 2-0 to Martin. Runners at second and third. And he started with Cruz with a base hit, beating the shift through the left side. Fly ball hanging up for the right fielder Polanco. A couple of runners stranded in the seventh. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. It's 7-4 Mariners. Nice job, Felix Hernandez. And right now he's the pitcher of record for the Mariners. Numbers are. Download the Washington's Lottery mobile app and everything will be a click away. Beautiful PNC Park here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Mariners lead at 7-4. Felix Hernandez, pitcher of record right now for the Mariners. Second start coming up the DL. Mike, nice work after a rocky first inning.
Well, you're right. He gave up a home run and then a triple that cost him a run after hitting a batter in the first inning. But after that, he really settled down. You see a lot of the locations of these pitches are going to be down out of the strike zone, and that's the reason why he gets the ground ball. Let the defense help you out. Fine double play right there. And another pitch right on the outside corner. And another double play. Strong throw by O'Malley.
A lot of work to like here by Felix. 3 strikeouts. Here's a look.
Yeah, 6 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs. They were earned again, 3 of them in the first. He threw 99 pitches, had 3 strikeouts, only 1 walk.
99 pitches, Mike, 65 strikes.
Right. No, that's pretty good. And again, he made a couple of mistakes in the middle of the strike zone. It seemed to really make an adjustment as Vidal Nuno will take over. Gutierrez goes from left field to right field. Aoki in left field. So Nelson Cruz out of the ball game.
Get some treatment immediately. To your point, he is very important to this ball club. He's got to be as close to max health as possible. Top of the order here for the Buccos in the home 7th.
Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the pen. For Nuno, 34 appearances, ERA just over 3, a 1-1 record, 38 strikeouts to over 7 walks. Good numbers there. 38 strikeouts in 38 innings pitched. Opponent's hitting .247 against him.
Here's Polanco. long home run straightaway center in the first, single to left in the third, hard hit single to right in the fifth.
Tom Wilhelmsen ready to go in the pen. You have the right-handed hitter McCutchen waiting on deck. McCutchen and then Marte.
Wow, straight off the mask of Mike Zunino. Likely going to give him a few extra seconds.
Boy, direct hit.
Oh, 2 to Polanco. A great year. 0-1.
There's Tom.
Mariners go in and win this ball game. Felix will go to 5-4. ERA dropped from went to 3.45 from 3.23. Another good crowd on hand here for these Pirates. Good baseball town and had a long drought for a long time. Two. Close. McCutchen's on deck. Mariners have turned 2 double plays. That's well stroked. Nice one-hop grab by Goody. First and third. It could have been a lot worse than that. Nice job by Gutierrez out there. That's a heck of a night for Polanco. 4 for 4.
Pitch down out of the strike zone and hits it hard into right field. That'll bring out Scott Service, though. Tom Wilhelmsen on his way into the ball game.
We'll step aside here in the 7th. Tying run coming to the plate in the person of Andrew McCutchen. Big Tom Wilhelmsen's going to take over. 7-4 Mariners. Coming to the plate here against Tom Wilhelmsen. But first, let's check out the Mariner calendar. Brought to you by Sleep Train. Finish up with the Pirates tomorrow, and then easy flight over to Chicago. Day off Thursday, 3 with the Cubbies. Sunday night baseball. before the finale, and then home for a nice homestand with the Red Sox for 4. Ken Griffey Jr. weekend, 5, 6, and 7 of August. And then our last look at the Detroit Tigers. So a lot of good stuff in front of this Mariner ball club. Beautiful night in Pittsburgh. Big Tom Wilhelmsen takes over. Game number 31 for him.
For Tom, 28 2/3, 15 strikeouts, 9 walks. High batting average against Tom. Again, most of these numbers when he was with the Rangers, he pitched well for the Mariners. Fastball in the mid to upper 90s. Curveball, changeup.
McCutchen 0 for 2 against Tom. Tom used a double play ball here. Ball 1. Catching a 249 hitter against right-hand pitcher. Wilhelmsen tough on righties, holding them to 143. Got fastball at 95. Rain has stopped down in Texas. Oakland and the Rangers no score, bottom 2. Yankees lead at Houston 3-1, top 5. Angels 3-0 at KC, top 5. Hammered foul. Look out.
Tom really missed his location with that last pitch. 87 miles an hour. Looked like a slider. He wanted to go to the outside corner, and you can see right in the inside corner and elevated.
Good crowd on hand here, 30,969. Tom trying to pitch his way out of trouble. 1-2 to McCutchen. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
What a curveball. Slow curveball, well located, 76 miles an hour. He took a ton off of this ball. Just off the outside corner, gets him to chase it.
That's murder, because he's throwing 95 plus and then snappy.
And right now, Scott Servais really wants Tom to get through this inning so he can turn it over to Diaz and Cishek. He's trying to work his bullpen to get to that point.
1 out, runners at the corners. O'Malley and Cano at double play depth. Marte, tough hitter. Swing. Miss. Marte, an RBI triple, a walk, and a ground out. Look at this pitch.
Again, 76 miles an hour, just off the outside corner.
Outfield deep and straight away for Marte. Leaning. Pretty well timed by Wilhelmsen. Blanco is just starting to extend that lead. Jasos at third, Polanco at first, 1 down. Marte, the cleanup hitter for the Buccos. Dangerous hitter. Mike Z with a good block. First time Big Tom and Marte are facing off. It's David Freese running at third. Two and 1. Two one from Tom. 2-2.
So far, seeing a good curveball. Tom Has a good fastball. That last one at 96 miles an hour.
Two balls, two strikes. Starling Marte, the hitter. Wilhelmsen deals. Hit foul. High leverage situation here for Wilhelmsen. Mariners 7-4 lead. 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth. To break it open, pitch. Check swing. Boy, that is as late an emergency hack as we've seen in a while.
You can see why coming into the game he's hitting .316 on the year. He is in swing mode. This pitch is down, almost hits the dirt. Still able to get a piece of it.
Like bad Vlad on that one, didn't he?
That's a good call.
Vladimir Guerrero. Very reminiscent. Here's the 2-2 from Tom. Breaking ball, hit foul. David Freese going to stay alive down there. Runner at third.
This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat. Pretty good battle going on right now. Nobody getting loose in the Mariner pen.
Inning started with a walk to Jaso. Base hit Polanco to right. McCutchen struck out on a nifty curveball. Tom trying to put Marte away. Do it again. 2-2. Got him! Big Tom with another strikeout. And there's 2 outs here in the 7th. Striking out the 3 and 4 hole hitters of the Pirates. 2 down.
And after a couple of slow curveballs, 95 miles an hour, you can see the location of it. It's a perfect pitch.
"12 pitches, 9 strikes for Tom." Looking for the final out. Jung Ho Gung. RBI ground out, fly to center, double to right center. Polanco close to first. Foul.
Casey Candaele trying to move Martin in center field.
Gung's got 11 home runs, 31 runs batted in, and moving Martin, shading him towards right center now. All the outfielders are deep. Aoki, Martin, and Goody.
And Seager close to the line at third. He's trying to take the doubles away.
Over to first. Infield straight up. Pitch. Beauty. 0-2. Tom trying to put an exclamation point here on this 7th inning. Runners at the corners tying, run at the plate, 2 down. O'Malley, beautiful play out of the inning. 2 runners stranded. Tip of the cap to Big Tom and Sean O'Malley for those plays there in the 7th as the Pirates are turned away, stranding 2, and the Mariners go to the 8th inning with a lead of 7-4. Nori Aoki. So look at David Freese taking over at first base for John Jason. First plate appearance for Nori Aoki. Batting in the 9-hole. Get back up top to O'Malley and Goody.
And as you would expect, Edwin Diaz getting loose in the pen as we take a look at the numbers for Jonathan Niese. 21 appearances on the year, ERA just under 5. 75 strikeouts, 38 walks, points hitting 298. He's given up 21 home runs.
Mercer, quick scoop and throw. Be the kid regardless of age. Join us as we wrap up Ken Griffey Jr. weekend with a replica jersey giveaway Sunday, August 7th. First 20,000 fans pick up throwback jersey he wore his rookie year. Thanks to Nike. Pick up your tickets at Mariners.com. Tell you what, folks, for that weekend, when we get back, better get your tickets and you better get there early. Everybody's going to want to see Mr. Ken Griffey Jr., Baseball Hall of Famer.
I thought that was a great shot right there of Diaz getting loose in the bullpen. You could get a real feel for the arm speed that he generates.
Crazy. Crazy good. Here's O'Malley. It's a thrill to watch this kid work. Okay.
Sounds like a shotgun.
It does. How many gauges? There's a high fly ball off the bat of O'Malley. Backing up Marte. Just before the track. 2 away. Saw Jonathan Niese. Started back on Tuesday, 28th of June. Mariners beat the Pirates 5-2 back home in Seattle. 4 2/3 of 9 hit, 5-run ball, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. There's Goody. Walk, homer, walk, and a double play, rounded into a double play. Home run, powered right field.
That's 10th home run of the year. So the Mariners now have 8 players, double digits home runs.
Niese, the former New York Met. Such a depth of talent in their starting rotation, he became expendable. And recently, not long after Pirates left Seattle, their GM pretty much threw him under the bus. I wish we had gotten a lot less for Niese, maybe like a bucket of balls. That was an unfortunate comment that he went public with. 2-1.
Like a pretty good cutter in on its hands, probably off the plate.
Team we'll see next, the Cubs. They trail at the White Sox 3-0, top 8. Shift on for Goody. 3 defenders left side, full count. 2 out, nobody on. Robbie Cano hoping to swing the bat here in the 8th with Goody aboard. Here comes the 3-2. Struck him out. Good inning for Niese. Things about to get electric. Edwin Diaz coming into the ball game. Mariners holding a 7-4 lead. Light rail stations on Capitol Hill and at the UW are now open. Plan your trip at soundtransit.org. Folks already leaving the ballpark across the mini bridge. Going to be here in Pittsburgh. The electricity quotient just went up. Edwin Diaz is on the mound.
21 appearances on the year, ERA just over 2, 44 strikeouts and 21 2/3. He's been something, just 6 walks. Opponent's hitting .235. His fastball mid to upper 90s will touch 100. Much improved slider that has just been brutal to right-handed hitters.
He's got Cervelli, Adam Frazier, Jordy Mercer, 6, 7, and 8 here in the 8th inning. Cervelli 1 for 3 tonight, struck out looking back in the 6th. First pitch fastball at 98. Just look at this kid and say, yeah, he throws 100. Yeah, sure he does. And then you see him, you go, oh my goodness.
Then he drops that slider on you.
Yeah, half so.
His slider when he first came to the big leagues was flatter, had a little more break to it. Now he has more of that downward tilt and the break is later. Difficult to pick up if you're a hitter. There's 100 in on your hands. That's the thing too, Dave, with him that's amazing to me is that as hard as he throws, he has done nothing but throw quality strikes from the time he's shown up.
Good call.
Yep. Not just throwing strikes in the middle of the plate. He pitches to both sides of the plate on the corners.
That last time out
was amazing.
We showed the diagram that the tracer had everything painting the corners in and out. It's outstanding. 1-2. Finds a hole.
Cano is playing up the middle. Not quite the full shift, but he was playing up the middle, and he gets beat on this fastball. It's a late swing. He wasn't trying to go that way. Just wasn't able to catch up to that fastball at 101 miles an hour.
Wow. Here's Adam Frazier, second baseman. 1 for 3. Did not go as they appealed to Nick Lentz, third base umpire. Seven runs, 11 hits, no errors, 7 left by the Mariners, 4-11. And Aaron 7 left by the Buccos. 1-1 the count. Never had a chance on that one, 1-2.
You have to work so hard as a hitter to try to get to that pitch when it's elevated at 98 to 100 miles an hour. There aren't too many that can catch up to it.
On the pitch, O'Malley and Seager all shifted hard to their right towards the line. Friggin' Frazier, if he makes contact and keeps it fair, it's going to go left side.
I don't think he's going to pull that fastball at 100, especially since he's pitching him away. It's probably a slider.
And he does pull that one. Getting to second with the double Adam Frazier. They're going to bring the tying run to the plate again.
That was the only pitch that he was going to be able to pull, a slider, and he was out in front of it at 88 miles an hour. Shortstop Mercer walking up to the plate. Harrison has come out on deck.
Let's see what it gives here. This is the bottom of the order. Josh Harrison on deck. Pitcher spots due up next. Mercer hit by a pitch. He's 1 for 2. Ball 1.
For Diaz, 11 pitches, 8 strikes. And with a 3-run lead, the infield playing back.
Ball 2. Not as sharp as he was the last time we saw him. Josh Harrison. Jay Hay, he's on deck. Harrison at 267 hitter.
Mel Stottlemyre making a trip out to the mound.
Last time we saw Diaz, that was in Paxton's win Friday. Pitched an inning, struck out 2. Devon Travis rather, looking, and Carrera, the pinch hitter, swinging. Jam here behind 2-0. Runners at second and third. Martine's going to get a chance to settle under this one. Throw to third. Everybody holds. It's a big out.
Pirates are now 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. And Harrison will pinch hit. Fryer, the only one left on the bench for the Pirates. Backup catcher.
One out, second and third. Super utility player Josh Harrison. Swing and a miss. Harrison 1 for 5 against the Mariners. Hit a 2-run double in Game 2 back in Seattle on June 29th, an 8-1 Pirate win. Shallow left field. Aoki coming in. Runners will hold again. Nice job by Edwin Diaz. Get a couple of flyouts here with 2 outs and runners at second and third. Back to the top of the order. Bring up David Freese. Entered the ball game back in the 7th as a pinch runner.
Want the breaking ball down. He gets away with it, leaves it in an area where he could really get hurt, but Harrison missed it. Freese is still a pretty good fastball hitter, and his power is towards right center field. Martine shading towards right center now.
Ball 1. Freese seeing Diaz for the first time. Missed 98, 1-1. To Freese. Bouncing ball to O'Malley. Nice job by Edwin Diaz. Gives up a single and double, then goes fly out, ground out, get yourself out on the field. 7-4 Mariners. A lot of good work, a lot of reasons to be doing high fives here for the Mariners. Some good pitching, some timely hitting. Felix Hernandez is pitcher of record for the Mariners right now as they lead 7-4 as A.J. Schugel takes over for the Buccos.
33 appearances, a 2-2 record, 3.94 ERA, 48 innings. He has 41 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .226. Robinson Cano stepping in. Seth Smith is going to pinch hit. He's waiting on deck.
Here's Robbie against Schugel. Bouncing ball to the second baseman. Easy play, Frazier. One away. Steve Cishek ready to come in for the 9th inning. Seth Smith's going to pinch hit. This is a spot that's been occupied by Nelson Cruz. He took him out for precautionary measures. Oh, hitching his giddy up.
Seth having a fine career as a pinch hitter, hitting .303, pinch hitting with 8 home runs.
One. Foul it back. One and two to Smitty. There he goes again. He's being Smitty, fouling off a bunch of pitches. Good for him.
I don't think he feels he's getting his money's worth if he doesn't see at least 5 pitches in
right?
that bat.
Two. Andrew Jeffrey Schugel of Winter Haven, Florida, with the Central Arizona College. Angels 25th round draft pick in 2010. He did go, so home plate umpire David Rattley, when he didn't like the call. He's gone. There's 2 away. 2 down here in the 9th, and it's the perfect addition to your Collectibles Hall of Fame on Friday, August 5th. Those 20,000 fans pick up a bobblehead featuring Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. thanks to Reach Sports. For tickets, visit Mariners.com. Get your tickets, folks. I'm telling you, don't be left out. August 5, 6, 7. Ken Griffey Jr. weekend. I hope they have the whole bunting, you know, like the pre-season, you know, opening day, postseason bunting around the ballpark to bring 24 home. Tires numbered.
Not sure what they're going to do, but I don't think anybody does it better than the Mariners do when they have a celebration like that.
Very great. You heard Brad Adam earlier talking about everybody had a good time. Party up at Cooperstown, honoring Junior. I like talking to new members of the Mariners, and they come in and say nobody does opening better. Nobody does opening day better than the Mariners. Deo fouls one off. Deo tonight 1 for 4, struck out once, looking and swinging. Cishek's going to get 2, 3, 4 in the order for the Pirates. tag applied by Cervelli. A 1-2-3 knife pitch by A.J. Schugel. Here we go. Steve Cishek coming on. He's got Polanco, McCutchen, and Marte trying to close it out. Much. Steve Cishek on for the Mariners on a good-looking night here in Pittsburgh. Tremendous setting here at PNC Park. Here's Steve. And on his ledger, there it is, 23 out of 28.
40 appearances on the year, a 2.86 ERA, 58 strikeouts in 44 innings. Good number for him. Opponent's hitting just 185. Tough part of the lineup. Polanco, McCutchen, Marte are due up.
Meanwhile, mid-4th, Oakland 3-0 at Texas. Top 7, Yankees 6-1 at Houston.
Mariners have the shift on with Polanco hitting.
Ball 1. Great night for Polanco. There's his numbers against Cishek. 3 singles and a home run. A stolen base to boot. Along. Pirates a third-place team in the National League Central behind the Cubs and the Cardinals. Cubs lost 3-0 at the White Sox just a few minutes ago. Big swing, 1-2, full big time. Cardinals trail the Mets 3-1, bottom 7. Cardinals won a suspended game earlier, 3-2. Cishek 1-2 here. Trying to get leadoff man here in the 9th. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mariner RBIs tonight. O'Malley, Goody, Cano, Cruz. 2-run homer by Seager. RBI by Martine.
And Steve showing him the fastball off the plate, trying to get him out with the slider. That last slider down out of the strike zone. Was able to get him to chase it. Fortunately, he was able to get a piece of it, foul it off.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Easy play for Aoki. On away. brings up McCutchen. Hit by a pitch in the first inning, scored, bounced into a double play. The next 2 times up, he struck out. Chop foul.
Mariners have the shift on with McCutchen hitting. Cano over on the left side of the infield. Outfielders playing straight up.
Slow roller. Here comes Robbie. Man, heck of a play. Cracking a whip, isn't it?
He almost sat back on it for a split second. Then he realized who was running, and that's why he decided to charge it. Played that as well as any shortstop would.
He tells me, don't forget, I was a third baseman originally. Pirates down to their last out, Starling Marte. Any scoring since the 4th inning. There was a run in the second, 3 in the third, 3 in the 4th. Mariner pitching really held down Pittsburgh. Ooh, man, that was close. 2-1. 3-run Pirate first and 1 in the second. Nothing since. One pitch in there for strike 2. Pirates down to their last strike.
I think Marte was waiting on the slider that time. That fastball in the middle of the plate.
Cishek for the close and fouled off. Steve ready. And the pitch. Put in play. This will do it. Cano throws him out. Ball game. Mariners win it 7-4. They go 3-1 on this road trip. They've won 5 of their last 7. Felix Hernandez, the winner. He's 5-4. Cishek is 24th save. Good stuff.
And again, for Felix tonight, I thought that he really pitched well after he was able to get through the first inning when he gave up the 3 runs, settled down, looked like himself after that, and was able to get through 6 innings of this one. Great work by the bullpen again tonight. And production up and down the lineup. That's what you like to see.
All right, so the Mariners are now 2-1 against the Buccos with 1 more tomorrow. And then we head off to Chicago. For Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims. Mariners post game presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Angie and Dave.